Welcome to the Player Supreme Show at ZenMac.com. I'm your host, Player Supreme. Hey guys, welcome to the show. I'm sorry I've been very busy today. I just finished my How to Make a Woman Come product, and I've added a ton of extra stuff to it. So that kept me really busy all day. Not only am I including the ebook, but I also have the audio file of each chapter. Chapter 1 is about the G spot, how to actually hit it the right way. Okay. Chapter 2 is about the clit. Now with both of them, I also teach you how to use a woman's mind. Because as you know, or may not know, orgasms are actually mental. They come from the mind. And when you control a woman's mind, you do control her most sensual and sexual organ. Okay. In chapter 3, I went on to teach how I fuck. Not make love, but fuck. I have a separate chapter for that. What position I like to put my dick in. What my favorite position is, obviously. There is a G-spot position that's rolling around the internet that I found when I started looking at other products in the last few days. And that position is dead wrong. To make it the best, okay? You could do just technique, and it will work. That position they put out there, but I would never use that position. Okay, that's not good enough for me. I've got an even better way to do it. So I talked about that in that chapter. Then I talk about how to eat pussy. Then I talk about how to make love. Okay, I've added more extras to it. I go into wordplay. I give you an example of my wordplay, and I show you where I give direction, where I establish masterhood, and where I do encouragement and I give praise. Okay, so I give you examples of that. It's a quick lesson, real easy to learn, and you start practicing it yourself. I have an audio file and a ebook for that, or e-pamphlet for that, or whatever you want to call it. The PDF file's there for that. I also put in there the music, okay, for you beginners. I've already laid the music out for you. If you've been watching my videos, you see why I chose the particular music that I did. And I suggest you use just that music that I put in there. Do not think. Shut your mind off. Don't think. Just do. You guys know when you start thinking for yourself, unfortunately, you fuck it up. So just do exactly what I say to do with that music. I guide you where you should be in each step of the seduction. Okay? So that also gives you cues. Okay, this song's coming on. I should be here. So I need to, let's escalate this. It puts the pressure on you to escalate, to help you escalate also. There's different portions of the music that you'll use. For example, there's either the fingering section or the fuck section. That section is pretty much close together. Then there's the making love section if you choose to make love to her. If it's just fucking, you can do the cuddling and have the get out session after that. But at the very end, I have the cuddling session and then the get out session. I suggest you do the fucking, also practice making love to her. Also in one of the chapters, chapter 3, I give you exercise on controlling your dick. Okay? Including this, I have 2 meditation programs. They're kind of like meditation programs. Meditation music. First one is teach you how to connect to your muscles of your body. It's called Autogenic Response. Google it. Autogenic Response. Okay? The second one, I teach you how to have dick power. So you can put your consciousness in your dick. Same exercise that I did. Also some dick pulling stuff to pull your dick out, make it a little bit longer. Let's see, what else do I have in there? I've got a overview video, okay, that'll go over the 2 spots, how to fuck, how to make love. I also put in there an exercise program with exercise schedule. Tell you what to do each week. It's a 4-week program. So you got 4 weeks to develop yourself, to give yourself time to practice and stuff like that. Okay. Let's see what else. There's more stuff in there, but I just can't really recall everything I put in there. It's a big program. Real big. Now, let's look around the forum today and see what's going on. Question for Supreme: will kindness destroy you in the game? And kindness is another way of saying a simp. No, it is not a nice guy with an edge. No, it is not some superpower that empowers you, makes you stronger. I found that kindness in the game with women makes you weaker. There are women that will take advantage of you and fuck the shit out of you. Fuck you up mentally. So I suggest you guys grow some balls and some hardness to your shells. Alright? Don't get the shit twisted. There's a lot of bullshit on the internet that has nothing to do with real life. I come from the real life, as I keep telling you fellas. Okay, I'm trying to give you guys street knowledge. Not this bookworm shit. And believe me, I was a bookworm, but I have street knowledge. Alright, Remo's asked the question, should he pay for it? I think if you're at a certain age and you're still a fucking virgin, get the shit handled, go take care of the business. Get rid of the stigma of being a fucking virgin. That's what I got to say about it there, Remo. There's no reason for a man your age to be a virgin. I think you said you're 25. That's ridiculous. It's time to get your shit handled like a man. If it means going to a pro, just get it done. Okay? What makes a man mysterious? That's some more of that bullshit that's out there. I hate that pickup art stuff that you guys keep bringing to the fucking forum. Terminology and shit like that. Sneaking that bullshit in here. This is a player's house, okay? Street player. Not some internet nerd shit. I hate nerd shit. Get that into your heads. Being a player, you're automatically this mysterious because you don't tell a bitch what the fuck you're doing. You keep your life private. She has no right to be prying into your life. Okay? So as I talked about in conversation, 70-30. But as far as your personal life, you don't tell her that shit. So you can already automatically come out mysterious. See, that's nerds trying to study what players do and say these guys are trying to be mysterious. No, we're trying to keep our game going and keep stretching that bitch out. So we keep using her fucking ass. It's not about trying to be this mysterious guy wearing a black robe and a black hat and sneaking around in the dark like a fucking goober. I mean, let's fuck the bullshit, fellas. You got to get rid of that bullshit, that canned shit, that corny shit. That's just the result, the end result, that you come out kind of mysterious. Okay? So what makes a man mysterious? Become a player, and you will become mysterious. You will fade into the background when you need to fade in. Okay? When that bitch is pissed off at you, you'll learn how to fade and become invisible practically. And all you motherfuckers on this forum, you should not be picking up your phone every time a bitch calls. You should never pick up the phone when she calls you directly. Let that bitch leave a fucking message. That's another way you're mysterious. That's what players do. Nerds interpret it as being mysterious, but that's survival skills. Okay? It's survival to extend your game out with the bitch. Damn, I sound like my old self when I first came on the internet. The reason is because I've been digging into my memories and I'm back in that old state when I first came on this fucking internet. Working with the sex stuff took me back. I had to go back to remember all the stuff that I did so I could bring it forward and relay it to you guys. Sex too powerful for her. I've had this situation a couple times. I talked about it. I did the stuff on her, the stuff that I'm teaching you guys on this one girl I talked about. She was half white, half Mexican. And after that, she said, that's just too intense. She was crying. She fucking broke down, started crying. And said it was too intense for her. I made love to the bitch. Pretty much. I gave her a taste of my love of making skills. Where you're tender, where you're gentle, where you look her in the eyes. And I didn't give her a lot of wordplay either. And the bitch broke down. The shit was too powerful for her. And she told me about, how, I didn't know she had a fucking boyfriend, but told me how she had this boyfriend, black dude, was trying to use some kind of magic on her to get her to have an orgasm through his hands only. And I think we saw some white dude on the internet doing that to an Asian girl. I guess the guy saw that back then. This is in the early 2000s, like 2002, 2002, 2003. So I guess, I don't know if that was out then, but somehow this black dude got into it. And what I did to her was more powerful than that. She broke down and cried, said, I can't handle this right now. And then she got up and kissed me goodbye and left. And came back another time. And I just fucked her. Because I found out she was doing as I said in my written report on it, she was doing a internet madam thing. And I've talked about her before. Okay? Sex too powerful. Hand to Hand has had an experience with women. Have you ever made a woman orgasm so good she broke down in tears afterwards? Many times they're hand to hand. That Mexican girl was not the first. It's been so powerful in the art of making love, not just doing hand stuff on her, fingering the clit and using toys and tools, but in the art of making love. They've broken down. Let me go back in my memory again. Back to the two Susies or Susans. Short Susie was the cute one. Tall Susan was the model chick, model looking chick that everybody wanted. They came to me to train with. I want a butt like X. Okay, Short Susie and I. She was brokenhearted. The fact because I wouldn't leave other Susan and I was seeing other girls. She was crying. Now her orgasm with her was easy. Once I pulled her underwear in the crack of her clit and rubbed it, and she got an orgasm. So she was fun and easy. So I could stick my dick in there, and that's where I actually learned to actually start talking too, because I would talk to her and kiss her, and I actually loved the bitch. This was the first girl, the second girl I was with after I left my ex-wife, and I had a big heart for Susie. I had no heart for Susan. Because she came from the mind. Susie came from the heart. And this is at the beginning of my game. That's where I learned to slow down and actually just go slowly with the woman and talk to them. That's the beginning of it. And it was so powerful. We were breaking up and we got back together. So she couldn't be without me, and we made love that time. And it was so powerful there, hand to hand, that we both cried, and I felt her get impregnated. I swear to God, I felt her get impregnated. I've talked about this in my past shows. I've never forgotten that. The connection was so pure. I felt something happen. It was something weird and different. I didn't know she got impregnated. Okay? But she came back like a week later or a couple of weeks later and said she was pregnant. And that I was the father. And I said, I felt it. I felt it. That's why I grew in love with making love versus running and doing just physical shit. That was the most perfect moment I will remember for the rest of my life. The most deepest connection I have ever had with a woman. Many of you guys will never get there if you're going at the rate you're going. You'll never experience that deep of a connection. Hopefully I can show you what making love is like and turn you guys in a different direction. He writes, I find the women either falls madly in love with me, yes, becomes very confused with her own thoughts, emotions, and she's so overwhelmed that she bails. Now, like I wrote on the forum, that's happened to me that one time. That was the only time I believe that it actually the woman got up and ran. Most women run to it. But she said she couldn't handle that in her life right now. She had 2 kids. She was in school and she was working or something. The girl that's holding the property of Player Supreme, we also had a deep connection like that to where we could come together. But it was not as... I had learned to temper it down a little bit. And it was actually more by rote. But it's still powerful. Let's see. Justice. Also, by the time I got to that woman, that connection from my heart was shut. I started closing down and controlling that area. That's why I'm always cautioning you guys to control your heart. Okay? So it tempered it down a little bit. It stepped down the lovemaking a little bit, but still powerful. He says, just as this weekend I had sex for the first time with a woman I recently met. After she came and squirted for her first time, I noticed her eyes went all teary and she tried to hide her face. God, I remember that. Fuck. Girls crying, man. It's like, what the fuck are dudes... Hand. Don't you ever wonder, what the fuck are guys doing out there? I mean, what... excuse me. Today I worked out. Made it 10 minutes. Or 15 minutes. Doing circuit weight training. And I ended up throwing up for 10 minutes. I went back for a third lap. I said, I can do this. And lungs seized up. And when they seize up, I get weak through my arms and chest. You know, they get shaky. And then up comes the mucus in my stomach. So anyway, excuse me. But hand in hand, I'm going to ask you a quick... Don't you ever wonder what the fuck dudes are doing? When we run across these women that we give this kind of good sex to, I don't know what your style is. My style is dick inside the pussy and finger on the clit and stuff like that, and wordplay. Getting delving into their emotions, bring the emotions up, controlling it, riding them. I still use a master style. My thought is that you lay a woman down. You do what I call pre-sex. What I tell guys do, you know, finger the clit or go for the G-spot, make her squirt, whatever. But do you ever wonder what guys are actually doing out there? How in the fuck can we run across so many women that thank us? I've been thanked so many times that, remember you guys, me saying I felt like a fucking sex toy to these women? So I said, you know what, I'm gonna get paid for this shit. I'm gonna get something back for me. I'm tired of being this woman's good sex toy or good sex piece. That's when it's time to start getting paid for this shit. Not being a hoe, but start demanding stuff from them. And that's what I did. He goes, after consoling her, she got all defensive and said she needed to think on her own before going any further. A couple days later, and her doing a whole bunch of research on what the hell that orgasm was, she booked time to see me again for more sex. She booked time, huh? What are you, a business master? People got to book time with you with? I'm wondering how often this happens. What other women do. How do you manage it? Okay. Just like you stated, she booked time. That's where I put women into my schedule. I schedule them some time. And I ran like a business too. Especially the ones that really loved it. They got put into the schedule. Well, shit, they all really loved it, but some girls were just more desperate than others. They get addicted at different levels. Okay, let's move on to the next post. Someone's asked, what do you plan for Valentine's Day? And I said, not a goddamn thing. One of my old back doors texted me. Actually, the last one. The Brazilian girl, and might just have coffee with her. Just coffee. Yeah. Just coffee. No, really, trust me, fellas. Just coffee. Alright, so the product is coming out Friday. I'm not finished with all the graphic stuff on it. I actually went to Fiverr, and I'm hiring someone to create the ebook and the CD covers. If you guys forgive me for not having it, if I don't have it on Friday, can you forgive me? They said 2 days, so today's Wednesday, Thursday. I might get it Friday morning. I might have it. I hope I do. I hope I have it before, so I can actually put it on the website. But I'm actually working on the site now. Okay? It'll be under Player Supreme first, and then I'll put it out there on its own site because I want to market this all over the place. I think it's a great product. I think I can outdo those other motherfuckers that got their shit out there. And I eventually want to put it all on like a DVD and sell the DVD. that I think will be a great tool also, because, as I said, I got, things, I got an exercise program in there. And, the fellows can do their exercises, their daily exercises. It's a 7-day-a-week exercise program for 4 weeks. By the time you get to the end of the fourth week, you should have that control over your dick. And you should also be able to be well-versed in all the other stuff that I teach. For example, how to put your energy inside of hers. They don't teach that out there. Okay, I do it during sex, and I do it after sex. That's another reason why they got addicted to my energy. Okay, I would lay beside them, I've talked about it before, and project energy. I'm going to teach you guys how to project energy. I'm going to tell you what to do with it, how to use it during your sex, how to blast it out of your eyes, stuff like that. So I've got exercises, and you have it. Every day after you buy the program for 4 weeks, you're going to have exercises to do. That'll get you into the position where you can now take off with my material and develop your own stuff. Oh, I also show you how to fuck to the beat of music. I just created that one today. How to fuck to the beat of music. And I also show you where to go get free music. And I give you examples. I'm going to teach you how to use that certain beat to when to push your dick on. Now, this is for lovemaking, not fucking. Fucking, you could use a faster beat. Same thing, you can use a faster beat. But all my stuff is designed to give a woman a complete, total package. Okay? For fucking, as I told you, you go at half time or double time. And then even triple time at it. And I give you examples of that. But for making love, you want that music and that movement to be slow. Okay? When it's slow and deliberate, it builds that orgasm like nothing else. Especially when your dick is hitting the G-spot. It builds that orgasm. And then you're kissing her. You're talking to her. You're looking at her. You're holding her. You're making her look at you. And then I give you exactly what I do when I stop. I gave you a bunch of words that I use in there to give you an example. Develop your own, but never, ever, ever use a porno. Don't ever use a porno. And Caucasian males, I caution you against the vulgarity that some of you guys may eject out of your mouths. Okay? I ran into women that have had sex with, nothing but Caucasian males. And they like what I say. Yeah. One of my clients, she's 40 years of age. This is how bad it is out there. She hasn't had sex in, I think she said 9 years. She left her ex-husband. This woman owns 5 houses, and she works for a radio station. Okay, she owns 5 fucking houses. And, she's trying to lose weight, get back in shape so she can date again. But, I was talking about her sex life before, and guys played, she was used to having sex to, like, acid rock music, because that's what her boyfriend would play during sex. She's never had anybody make love to her. I don't think I haven't thought about it. I know I can make her come so hard, fellas, that I'll own one of them goddamn houses. That could be my retirement program right there. Oh, fuck. The temptations I got to go through, fellas. You guys have no idea. I have the skills that I have, and then the things I know I can do to women. Oh, fuck. It feels like I'm in a fucking cage, man. Like I'm a leopard or a lion, a black panther in a cage right now. And I'm trying to walk the path of being good and, being true and all that. Wish me luck, fellas. Just wish me luck. Peace.